Hello everyone, and thank you for stopping back into part 2 of the Mothership reaction by Dance Gavin Dance. I was having a pretty decent time with the first part of this record. I think that the last two songs in particular that we listened to were pretty solid tracks. So let's hope that the winning streak keeps up with Here Comes the Winner. Nice. Some cool riffs on here. Oh, this distortion placed on the guitar. That's so cool. This sounds so much different than the other songs. There's some Patrick Stump type vocals here. Really are. Badass on this song too. Hell yeah. Shit just... Man, this really takes me back. Yeah, this really takes me back. Damn, this kind of music is the first kind of music that got me into music. And rediscovering a band that I was just kind of put off and never really enjoyed, and actually enjoying it now feels so good. Like, this hits for me a certain way where I have to imagine it does only with the people who kind of grew up in the same way that I did with music, and that, you know, it just scratches that one particular itch. And maybe a lot of people who, you know, while I was listening to this kind of music, liked this in particular, and in that case I can understand where that song especially would feel really like nostalgic, because I don't necessarily want to call it nostalgia because it wasn't really like that long ago that I was really getting into music, I guess, but still, I mean, beginning of high school, that kind of area, this is the kind of music that I was listening to when I started actually listening to a lot different music, a lot of different things, and it's kind of just hits me a different way that I'm kind of going back to that same style of music and still really enjoying it. And of course, a lot of it is, if I just heard more music that was the same as that and didn't really do anything with the style and formula, I don't think I'd be too entertained by it because, you know, same old, but here they're doing so many different things with it that I don't mind it at all, and I think that this is actually a really unique take on the song. But that one definitely was a winner. Next track is Exposed. It's an interesting intro. I feel like this is just gonna drop really heavy. Just kick in with some really heavy guitars, maybe. Okay, not quite. I really like this dreamlike instrumental, these very subtle chords in the background. Alright, that seemed like a pretty straightforward, simple love song type track. That one only featured Tillian on it, vocally, and I think that he did a really good job here. That wasn't some of his best singing on the whole project or anything though, and I think that in more ways than not, that song really just kind of falls in the background. Betrayed by the Game is the name of the next song. Oh, that sounds cool as fuck. This is giving me an even heavier nostalgia feeling than I was just talking about. It's got me all in my feelings right now. Shit. Man, that kind of song just really hits for me in a certain way now, especially just that it's not like a song that I've heard before, but it gave me the same kind of feelings as why I always liked this genre and this type of music. And yeah, I thought that one was really good. Lyrically and sonically, it was just pretty solid all around. Petting Zoo Justice is the name of the next song. Oh. What? What? What the fuck is going on? His ridiculous lyrics kept up a lot on Afterburner, but seriously, every time John Mess has a lyrical part in this album, it seems like what would happen if when you and your friends are like dubbing over the words in a song, like singing along with it, but singing the wrong words intentionally and just picking random words that rhyme. If you have a fun life in any way, shape, or form, you know what I'm talking about. It's like if that was the actual words to the song. It's fucking crazy. What is this? Let's go! What the fuck? So that was probably the heaviest song on the album. I don't really know what else to make of it. That was interesting. I guess if interesting is the word you want to use for that. I'm at a loss. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Chocolate Jackalope is the name of the next song, so I'm sure things are going to get less confusing from here on forth. Got some riffs. That's sick. Very nice. Let's go. Yes. This shit makes me want to mosh, dude. Well, this was unexpected. Okay, so Will Swan was on that bridge. Apparently that isn't something that just happened on Afterburner. That is also happening here. It's always very interesting when some voice that you completely were not expecting to hear pops up on one of these songs, because yeah, that's not the only instance I've heard of that. I wasn't looking at the lyrics when he started singing, so I just kind of was totally taken aback. I don't really know what he's adding to this song, but he's here, I guess. That was fine. He dropped a Drake reference, which was much more relevant when this album came out, but you know, whatever. Okay. Okie dokie then. That track was strange. I don't know if it was as strange as the one before it, but still rather bizarre, and I'm not really quite sure what to make of anything that was happening there. I did think that it was structured pretty decently, and it sounded just about as good as all the other ones on the album. Lyrically, I'm not really sure what it was about. It doesn't really seem too terribly descriptive. I don't know, lyrically, I don't think it's really one of the better ones. Who knows, maybe when I come back to it, I'll like it a little bit better, but as of right now, not one of my favorite tracks. Man of the Year is the name of the last song, and I'm kind of sad it's the last song, because I've been having some fun with this. Oh, this is nice. This is like the most melancholic I think I've ever heard this band sound. And our boy Killian here sounds like he just got his heart like shattered. Well, fucking hello. Well, that was fucking dramatic. shit is just relentless. Holy shit. What are these guitars doing, man? This is crazy. Oh shit. This pays off so well. Damn. Well, I guess that is that, and that is one hell of a climactic finish if I have ever seen one. Holy shit, this album was structured so good. Those last few tracks really felt like a solid closing off to everything that had already happened, and the flow and pacing of the whole thing actually worked extremely well too. My only problems with this album were that sometimes it really just sounded taken like directly from the genre that it comes out of. And I think a lot of what I really liked about Afterburner was that all of it sounded very unique, even though it was obviously influenced by kind of the post-hardcore, the whole Warped Tour scene of things, I guess you could say. But on this album, that's not to say that at any point they really just sounded like clones of all the other bands doing the same style, because they very easily could have done exactly that, but I feel like everybody in this band really has their heart in it and is doing exactly what they want to do. And that's the best part about this. This is the attitude that comes along with this band and how they present themselves in their music really just gives me a certain sense of it being very genuine, even though you could totally identify it as sounding too commercial or sterile or clean. I just think that they found a specific thing, and even though it is somewhat commercially appealing, it is exactly what they want to be doing, I guess. There were some really fun moments on here. There were some actually emotionally impactful moments on here. There were some really crazy weird moments on here that I still don't really know what I think about. But I was enjoying myself for the vast majority of this album's runtime. I'm trying to be more objective than subjective when I give it this score, because I think that scoring albums should really be done in that sort of way. When I give this a 7 out of 10, know that I enjoyed it more than I enjoy some 7s. But let me know what you thought of this album down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Hit the like button if you did like what you saw today, and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more music-based content coming your way very soon on a fairly regular basis. But that is just about going to wrap it up for this one, and I will see you in the next video.